Welcome back to Culture Warriors. We continue our conversation with Tarek Fatah. So you have spent an extraordinary amount of time in India. Many of those death threats came from a show that you were taping in India, Tarek Fatah. Yeah. The Prime Minister of Canada is going into the country with a little bit of controversy. Maybe you can give us some perspective on what's happening.
Look, it's, well, Justin Trudeau is the extreme case. But every political leader in Canada thinks that to canvass the Sikh vote in a few ridings in Surrey or Brampton, they don't have to go and sell their policy issues to the Sikh community. They have simply to cater to their religious sentiments by visiting the holiest site of the Sikhs in Amritsar, put on a headdress, a handkerchief, orange colored, put on a demeanor, walk in a procession on Khalsa Day, and that means the country. It's an insult to the Sikh population of Canada, most of whom do not adhere and who have been Canadian for about 3 generations, who care more about how society is safe for everyone. But because of Mr. Trudeau, he's deliberately going there. He has to meet the Prime Minister of India.
Who's very popular here as well.
Not
Modi
just
is very popular.
Even if it was unpopular, it's the only democracy in entire Asia and Africa. From China right down to South Africa, you got Zuma or some other dictator who is ripping apart the resources of their own people, and India is the exception. Instead of dealing with India as a democracy, he is dealing India as a patchwork of religious communities that have settled in Canada. So where is he going? He's going to the Sikh temple. Then, of all the places, and I've never heard this, in Delhi, he's going to visit the Jamia Mosque to cater to the Muslim vote bank over here. And who is the head of the Jamia Mosque? A person who said a woman-led prayer leads that woman to hell. And this happened in India only recently. I wish Mr. Trudeau went to the Imam and talked about gender-neutral proverbs over there.
Yeah,
and
talk
tell
about
the Imam,
people kind
over there, that there are no womankind. Tell him that when you bar women from entering that mosque, what does it mean?
Well, not everybody is as brave as you. Tarek, while I have you here, I want to ask you something that I know you self-identify as an NDPer. You voted NDP, that's how you are. I want your assessment on Jagmeet Singh since he's become leader of the National NDP.
Well, I call him the cloak and dagger man, but he stole the NDP from the NDP. And I can say for sure that had it not been for 2 or 3 ridings, somebody else would have been the leader of the party. And this started happening in 2006 when I remember writing about in Now magazine saying, I can't be part of this, when the NDP first said, we need to reach out to religious communities. And I said to them, your base is for people who are coming out of that. We want people to be the same. And they continued with that. And so now you have some of the most radical Islamists and Khalistanis within the NDP, the same people who have cards of membership in the Liberal Party, you know. So Jagmeet is a bright person. But when you are on the left, you don't go around boasting, I got a $5,000 suit.
Right.
He's not a working class man. He's smart, he's elegant, but he cannot win an election for the simple reason New Democrats or Social Democrats don't look to medieval, identification or symbols to do that. You need to be ahead of the crowd to talk what's in the future. He represents what's medieval times.
You have, as I said, not been unafraid to take on various institutions and things like that. Tell us a little bit about what you're working on now.
It's a continuation of my earlier book, The Jew is Not My Enemy. Now I'm working on The Hindu is Not My Enemy. I'm a year behind. I've been through chemotherapy for the last year. But one of the greatest threats that India faces as a democracy and as a result around the region is the hatred of Hindus in the Muslim mind. And it's based on a doctrine called Ghazwa-i-Hind. Now, it means a war against India authorized by Prophet Muhammad. It's complete nonsense, but it is believed by 100%. And my endeavor is to write a book to say to Muslims, that had it not been for the Hindus, the family of Prophet Muhammad would have been extinguished, and they got refuge over there. So let's see how it comes out. The Indian publishing house is bringing it out.
All right. Well, he's a brave culture warrior, Tarek Fatah. Let us know what you think. Log on to Facebook and Twitter.